Honorable Sauls, it's now 15 minutes after 20 hours. Your time is until 20:45.
Thank you, Chair. I think it's also very important to soberly say that we take what the witness read into the record on his phone in good faith. And we know that he will support the delegation by the screenshot so that Parliament does not appear to be saying we are just taking the testimony and therefore is moving on that. We are still requiring that evidence. And once received, we must take action. No one is allowed to do what Mr. O'Sullivan is doing. Evening, Mr. Nkabinde.
Good evening.
Based on your letter to Minister Cele, former Minister Cele in 2018, do you consider yourself a whistleblower?
That's correct, Chair.
Now, because you were victimized, is it correct for me to say that you understand what whistleblowers goes through or fights against corruption in this country?
That's correct.
Earlier, in your response to my colleague, Honorable Cameron, who said it was illegal for you to record General Mkonazi without his knowledge, you said you are sure that it was not illegal and that the law allows you to record. Were you referring to the RICA Act, Section 4.1, that says any person other than a law enforcement officer may intercept any communication if he or she is a party to this communication?
That's correct, Chair.
Just so that the country knows that it is indeed the case. You say that you and General Mkonazi is very close friends. If you had to choose between your friend and our country, would you choose your friend or our country?
I will choose the country and I will choose what is right.
You state that General Mkhwanazi called you on January the 2nd this year. What did he ask you in that phone call?
He asked me to speak to the minister and ask the minister to withdraw a letter of disbandment. Otherwise, there will be a fight back. And if the minister is clean, he can then continue with the disbandment letter because they are going to dig the minister while he was a premier. Furthermore, don't speak to the minister as a chief of staff. Speak to the minister as a person you know before you become a chief of staff. So in a nutshell, Chair, that was the conversation.
In your statement in section 52 or paragraph 52, you also mentioned, in addition to what you just said, that he asked, why did you allow the minister to issue this directive? Is that true?
That's correct.
And then he says you must speak to the minister to withdraw. Tell me, how do you understand, how did you understand the use of his words? How can you allow the minister to issue the directive?
No, I think the way I understood it is that some of my responsibility is to advise the minister. So I understood by that, how did we advise the minister to reach into this decision and write the letter.
Then he says you must speak to the minister to withdraw. Why does he think you have the power to do that?
I think he was referring to speak to the minister not as a chief of staff. I think he thought that because I know the minister prior, I even took him to the minister. I think he had that perception that I can speak to the minister at that level, of which it was impossible.
Okay. Do you know that he called the national commissioner on the same day, the 2nd of January, and that he WhatsApped the Minister Mkhwanazi, also on the same day? Do you know that?
Can you repeat?
Do you know that that General Mkonazi called the national commissioner on the same day, 2nd January, and that he also WhatsApped the minister on the same day?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. I put it to you that that's what he did, and we'll see later why that is important. General Masimula testified that he never called the minister to ask about the letter after speaking to General Mkhwanazi. Do you think that it's possible that General Mkhwanazi told the national commissioner on the 2nd of January not to do anything because he will deal with it? Is that a possibility?
It is possible because on going forward, the national commissioner was dealing with the matter, and even General Mkonazi has stopped even talking to me about the same matter. We were just talking other things after that.
So you think it's possible that the provincial commissioner can say to the national commissioner, he'll handle it, possibly?
No, I think I misunderstood you. I thought you say the national commissioner said he will handle it.
There's the other way around, but okay, so you withdraw that. Based on how close you are to your friend General Mkhwanazi, how would you rate his influence on the national commissioner?
It is obvious that he is having an upper hand because the national commissioner had no problem in implementing this disbandment. A person who showed unhappiness from the onset was General Mkhwanazi.
After he called you on the 2nd of January, did he call you again to follow up?
He called me the following day, the 3rd, to check if I did speak to the minister. And he also called me the 4th to check. And he also called me the 5th.
So he called you the following day, the 3rd of January.
Yes.
And he called you the 4th again.
Yes.
Why was he so adamant about this, do you think?
No, it means he meant what he was saying, that this directive must be withdrawn. So he was making that follow-up if I spoke to the minister, whether I come right.
Was your friend angry?
He was angry.
So when you say on the 3rd of January, you told the minister that he wasn't happy, you meant that he was angry.
Yes.
Can you describe that anger?
It coupled with the threats that he mentioned. He was not saying those threats politely.
Can you please tell us about those threats again?
That if the minister does not withdraw these directives, there will be a fight back. And if he is clean, he can continue. Otherwise, we're gonna dig him while he was a premier.
Did the minister, you told the minister this, correct?
Yes, I told the minister like that, yes.
Did the minister continue after hearing that threat?
In fact, with these directives, the minister gave directives and there was nothing the minister has to do. In fact, the national commissioner was continuing implementing it.
Yes, but the minister didn't stop it, didn't change it. He
No, he
continued.
did not change it because what he said the directive was for the national commissioner, not for the provincial commissioner.
Now, given the wording of that threat, and the minister heard it, and despite hearing that, he continues to do what he set out to do. Is it proper to assume that the minister did that because he felt that he knew he was clean?
Yes, he continued because he knew he was clean.
You further said that he threatened to dig up on him when he was premier. And of course, you said he's going to fight. He said the General Mkonazi said he's going to fight back. Is this that we are seeing now, him fighting back?
With the circumstances, you can relate to it.
Is that a yes?
Yes, it's yes.
You say on the 5th of January, he sent a WhatsApp with an unknown name, and that you also went to look for it on Facebook because he said he got it from Facebook, but you couldn't find it. Is that true?
That's correct.
Do you think that WhatsApp was fake?
I just come to an inference that it was still intimidating tactics from him. Because why I can't find it?
Are you saying then?
That was my inference.
Does your inference mean that you consider it to be a fake WhatsApp?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to one of the annexures that we received. It's a WhatsApp, I think it's page 71. We received it as a separate annexure at our first meeting. I don't know if you have it.
Yes, I do.
You do? Page 72. Page 72. Do you have it in front of you?
That's correct.
Now, the SC told us in the last time we saw you that WhatsApp was received, or that screenshot of a WhatsApp was received from General Mkhwanazi and submitted as evidence that shows that Brown Mkhwanazi sent you a WhatsApp. And that's the conversation between yourself and Brown Mkhwanazi. You said in the last session that you don't accept that as a WhatsApp sent to you. Do you still maintain?
That's correct.
If you look at that WhatsApp, what is it that you see there? It says the sender would be Brown Mkhwanazi, and the assumption is that the message is sent to you. It reads from Brown Mkhwanazi, "Hello, Chief of Staff. I get your numbers from Mr. Brown." Now, would you agree that that sounds a bit suspicious, because how can the sender be Brown and then he says he got the number from Brown? Would you agree?
I do agree.
Would you then say that this is also possibly a fake WhatsApp?
That's correct.
Would you then testify based on both your experiences? Would you say that your friend, General Mkhwanazi, is in the habit of creating fake WhatsApps?
I can't say that, reason being, I got a chance yesterday to listen to Brown Mkhwanazi testifying in the Madlanga Commission, wherein he testified about the same message. And he confirmed that he's the one who manufactured this and fabricated these messages.
So you are testifying that this WhatsApp is fake, but it is created by Brown Mkhwanazi.
Yes, according to what he has testified yesterday.
How would you think that General Mkonazi got this WhatsApp from Brown Mkhwanazi, of Brown Mkhwanazi to you? How did he get it?
I think they got this exchange of messages from Matlala's phone, where Mr. Brown and Matlala were in conversation.
I see. So you are, as an assumption, you are testifying that this is fabricated by Brown Mkhwanazi and it was retrieved by General Mkonazi from Matlala's phone.
That's correct.
You testified in your iPod report that to remove the acting commissioner then, that task team that you were part of, that O'Sullivan was a part of and McBride and so on, that the tactic or the plan to remove the acting as national commissioner at the time was, one, get a search warrant, search and seizure warrant, and then organize with the media to then, when the search and seizure happens, that they are at the venue so that they can then, as a strategy, publicize it and in this way use that as a tactic to remove the national commissioner. Is that true?
That's correct.
Is that the same thing that Brigadier Konene did to you?
I'm not sure because according to him, they are investigating allegations that this committee is sitting investigating.
I'm not following.
I'm saying I'm not sure if they are playing the very same tactics because my understanding, they are investigating the matter that even this ad hoc committee is sitting. So they are trying to get evidence. So I think that is an ongoing investigation.
So you agree that you should be investigated? There's grounds to investigate you, to get a search and seizure warrant and also publicize it. You agree with that approach for you personally?
After all that has been said, I fully support that the investigation has to be conducted so that it will clear our names that are already on the map for nothing.
So your name is on the mud for nothing. So you don't believe that there's grounds for that action, but you are okay with it because you know there's nothing to worry about. They will not find anything, correct?
That's correct.
But procedurally, you disagree with the fact that they would take a search and seizure warrant and then have all this media around the whole situation. You disagree with that?
I disagree, yes.
So you would then testify that it looks similar than what you have reported in 2018?
That is correct.
Would you then say that the similar thing has happened to General Sibia?
It's great possibility.
As a fact, the PKTT was not disbanded immediately. That's a fact now. They agreed to the winding down. That's what the testimony we've received. And you testified that you were part of 2 March meetings where the winding down was discussed and the minister participated in that. Would you then say, based on that, that even though the minister in his directive said immediately, but based on his conduct and actions thereafter, and you were part of 2 meetings in March, that would show that the minister was not forcing to rush it?
That is correct.
And then let's go to section 33 of your testimony. It would be paragraph 33 of your main statement.
I got it.
You got it? You say there in the second sentence, you say, I agreed to go with Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi because I was also planning. Are you there already?
Which paragraph?
33.
I got it.
You got it? All right. You say there in the second sentence, I agreed to go with Lieutenant General Mkonazi because I was also planning to visit Minister Mkhunu the next day, who is also based in Mpangeni. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now that sounds like you are saying that you only agreed when General Mkonazi came to your house to visit. The wording there says that you agreed because you were also planning to visit Mr. Mkhunu. At first reading, that is what it sounds like, that you already had a plan to visit Minister Mkhunu. And then when General Mkhwanazi came, you agreed to go because you already had plans to go to Mr. Mkhunu. Is that the correct way to interpret that, or is there a different interpretation?
The correct interpretation is that when General Mkhwanazi wanted me to accompany him to Mpangeni, this is what I told him, that we can go. I was also planning to go and visit the old man. It's been a while. So when we're there, we can just pass by.
Or it was not to mean that you had the plan before?
No.
All right. Then you also submitted, this is now just as a matter of interest, as I draw to a close, you submitted to us the staff in your office, the support staff. You there, number 4, you have a Miss Mkhwanazi and you have a Mr. Khumalo as part of your support staff.
That is correct.
Just out of interest to confirm, is there any relation to Raun Mkhwanazi and General Khumalo?
Not at all.
You are 100% sure?
Yes.
All right. My last question, another one of interest. Your friend, General Mkhwanazi, you make us believe that you are very close to the point where you attended a funeral of a family member, etc. Do you know the former veteran and hero in our country, Mr. Riot Mkonazi? You heard of him?
No.
Never?
Never.
All right. Mr. Nkabinde, that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Sauls.